colores, ambiente, fiesta, música, felicidad y sobre todo mucho jazz. Estos fueron los ingredientes principales que vivió el Caribe mexicano, la Riviera Maya, en los últimos días, presenciando el éxito de una edición más, de uno de los eventos más importantes para nuestro destino a nivel internacional. Esto fue lo más relevante de la 19ª edición del Festival de Jazz de la Riviera Maya 2021.
Se llevó a cabo con gran éxito el Riviera Maya Jazz Festival en su 19 edición, que en esta ocasión se realizó de manera virtual, contando con artistas como Ravi Coltrane, Bria Schomburg, Dana Garay y Kurt Elling, quienes a través del internet pudieron llegar a cada rincón del mundo. En conferencia de prensa virtual, el director del Consejo de Promoción Turística de Quintana Roo, Darío Flota Ocampo, dio la bienvenida a una edición más de esta fiesta musical, que reúne lo mejor del jazz nacional e internacional, así como la belleza y exclusividad del Caribe mexicano. Este festival es considerado como uno de los más importantes y representa una gran oportunidad de compartir el talento de los virtuosos invitados. En este 2021 sorprendió a propios y extraños un street performance a cargo de Psycho Circo y 20 Varos, quienes se encargaron de recorrer el corazón de Playa del Carmen, la Quinta Avenida, ofreciendo un espectáculo en vivo lleno de música, colores, vestuarios, artes circenses y, por supuesto, música jazz. Este desfile se llevó a cabo también los días 26 y 27 a las 6 de la tarde en el mismo lugar, por lo que comensales y transeúntes pudieron continuar disfrutando de este increíble espectáculo. En esta edición se ha pensado en que todas y todos disfruten de la magia de este festival, por lo que de manera simultánea arrancó una increíble velada al son del jazz de manera virtual a través de rivieramayajazzfest.com. De igual manera, esta se encuentra disponible actualmente en la app oficial del festival para Android y iOS. Durante esta transmisión online desde el Teatro de la Ciudad, se empezó con Bria Schomburg. Su dominio de la trompeta y melodiosa voz nos hicieron sentir como si estuviéramos frente a ella.
Afortunadamente tenemos este festival rodeado y blindado de una gran calidad, no solamente en el elenco de los artistas y de los músicos que nos acompañan aquí, sino una gran calidad técnica que hay por todas partes. Aquí no los pueden ver, pero es parte de lo que ustedes van a poder experimentar en la señal de video y el sonido que van a recibir. Y el turismo, afortunadamente, aquí en la Riviera Maya va muy bien. En el estado llevamos ya 16 meses de reapertura. En este estado que necesita del turismo para su economía y para tanta gente que trabaja en el turismo, estamos esperando ya un gran cierre de este 2021 y todo pinta para una buena temporada que inicio de 2022.
Me emociona mucho estar aquí con Bria Schomburg, que acaba de llegar a Cancún. Welcome, Bria, to the Caribe Mexicano, to the Mexican Caribbean. You have just arrived yesterday at night, right?
Yes.
Yes. It's your first time here in Mexico?
My first time in Playa del Carmen, but it's, only 4 hours from New York City flying. Yeah. It's easy. And now I'm looking at beautiful sunshine and palm trees. It's gorgeous.
Yes, you had a beautiful weather on this weekend, a very special weekend for Riviera Maya, because all the streets are going to be filled up with music, no? You are a Canadian artist, you live in New York, and you're a trumpeter and vocalist, a jazz trumpeter and vocalist. And I found I found a huge inspiration, because I know that jazz has been always a huge competition between women and men, and the way you have, or I don't know how you feel about it.
Oh, yes. I think women have been part of the story the whole time since jazz began, but they weren't given the credit in the books of jazz. So that's kind of the sad part. When I think of women musicians, there are not as many that I can idolize, but we are strong. Maybe few, less of us, but still very strong.
No, and you say something very, very important to make the remembrance of all those women that were part from the beginning of jazz and keeps on fighting on having spaces like this or other jazz festivals all over the world, and that they are like equalized between the male performers and the female performers.
Especially now, there are so many incredible women musicians. There's no reason not to have equality.
Yes. Yes, that's true. I want to talk about you. I know that you came from a family that your parents are teachers, so you were educated and you choose to go through the path of music. How was that for you? How was that for your family, and from the turn that turned your life into become a vocalist and a trumpeter?
They were very encouraging for me and my brother and sister to, play music, play sports, do your homework, obviously. Just keep learning and to love the learning process. And the idea, especially in jazz, there's no end to the learning. You can learn about the theory, you can learn about, the notes, the nuance, and also make different combinations of people. So there is no end to the learning. So I think that's good. And my parents just say, okay, but make a good career. work very hard. Work very hard.
Yes, you've got the love I need so much. You've got that skin I like to touch. Got the arms to hold me tight. Got the sweet lips to kiss me goodnight. From this moment on, you and I, babe, will be riding high, babe. Every care is gone from this moment.
I know that since the pandemic, you had a big turn. You have like more than 13 million of views in your videos and your music, and people really start sharing it during the pandemic, during the beginning of the global pandemic, because we still live in that, but we were so restricted that we were looking into some escapes. And of course, jazz and music was a way to do it in your house or in your reality or wherever you were in the world, that we were living on the same situation.
Yes, exactly. I think of, music is always growing too. So I think I've learned a lot about traditional jazz, the beginning of jazz. And because I have such a strong foundation with that, it's enabled me to build, on top of the layers. If you come to jazz from the middle, you are going up with less foundation. So it's a little shaky in my opinion. So again, I try to build it from up, and I've always loved so many different kinds of music. I love pop, I love rock, I love disco, R&B, whatever, all kinds of music. It's like food to me. Mm-hmm. So I try to take those influences and make it cohesive, or in a way that appeals to.
And during the pandemic, all this reaction that you have from your music and people all around the world listening to it?
I think the live streams I did were important to connect with people. To me, making music is about connecting with people. I mean, I am an artist and it's important to me to have the statement, but I love to play for people and make music that reflects the human existence.
That's
so
beautiful.
If it's just heart, it's emotions, it's happy, it's sad, it's joy, it's hurt, all those things. And especially right now, when we spend so much of our time in little boxes in electronics, I try to find the most direct way to connect to people's hearts.
And now going back to stages in some other ways. Most of the jazz festival in this edition is going to be online, but with high quality and with great sound. But still, like going to these small gatherings with people listening live into your music. How has been for you as an artist to try to go back to normal, but it's not normal. It's a new world.
Yeah, to be honest, it has been strange and it's different for everybody because, you know, you are trying to find a way back and find a way forward at the same time. So for me, I had a major life change. I had a baby this year. So my way back, that road is totally different already.
Yes.
And the way forward, though, I stay optimistic because we can connect with more people because of the digital. You know, this festival in particular is focusing high quality sound, reaching people outside of Playa del Carmen. I mean, that's a beautiful thing to share, not just the music, but like what this amazing place is. So hopefully people can come when they are ready and available.
Yes.
So, but as a performer, I have to think, okay, I have these people here and those people there, and you know, I guess it's a different, like more than 3 dimensions now.
Yes.
Of a performance experience. Also, some people are seeing you with a camera here in your face, and some people are seeing you from 100 feet away. So I'm learning.
I wish you all the best, Bria. I hope that it's not the first time you are in Playa del Carmen or Riviera Maya. I hope you can come back anytime. You're welcome. Congratulations to you and your family for your baby. I think it's a huge step and a huge inspiration for all those women and all those people that watches you, a young woman trumpeter. Good luck and thank you for being here with us in Encadena.
Para el sábado 27 de noviembre, el Teatro de la Ciudad de Playa del Carmen se llenó de magia. Aunque fue un evento a puerta cerrada, el público pudo disfrutar vía online de la presencia y música de Dana Garay, quien es compositora y cantante considerada una de las mejores voces mexicanas del jazz contemporáneo.
Hoy es noche de cantantes, hoy es una noche muy especial de cantantes y es un gran lujo abrir con una cantante mexicana de este nivel. Creo que vamos a disfrutar mucho este concierto. ¿Por qué no dejamos paso ya para que vengan los músicos, para que empiece el festival y prepárense para disfrutar esta presentación de Dana Garay?
Joy and pain, you wash my tears away. We share the sounds of music, deep in soul. Don't take back tonight. Just hold me in your arms. 'Cause if we lose our pain, stay to me. Will forget all that I've learned with you. You always give me strength. Please invite.
Y las magníficas presentaciones en este último día del Riviera Maya Jazz Festival 2021 dieron una mezcla de swing robusto con un toque de poesía. Ya durante la sesión de improvisación que se realizó desde el Hotel Paradisus Playa del Carmen, Ravi Coltrán y su banda se unieron para asombrar una vez más a la audiencia. ¡Grande Ravi!
Hi, Ravi. I'm very happy to be with you. We are with Ravi Coltrane here in the Riviera Maya Jazz Festival. Is it your first time here in Riviera Maya?
This is my second time in Playa del Carmen. I've been to Cancun many times.
Oh.
And Mexico City many times. But my first time here at the Riviera Maya.
I hope your stay is wonderful. You have wonderful weather here. I know we are short of time, and I think there's so many things that we could talk about from all your musical career, which is so wonderful. And you have always given this humanitarian touch in so many causes all over the world. But I know that one of your main reasons why you are here in Riviera Maya Jazz Festival is to bring this homage to your family, to your dad, John Coltrane, and of course to the amazing harpist Alice Coltrane. And I know that your life has been touched by so many grief and loss, and also music. And we have been through that all in the past year during the pandemic, and many of us. So how is it for you? Is it a challenge? How personal is it for you to do this homage to your musical heritage, of course?
Oh, well, for me, it's an honor. You know, I feel very privileged to be part of this musical family. You know, my father passed away when I was very young, about 2 years old, and I was raised by my mother, Alice, and she was such a unique person. Obviously, a very unique creator, but just a beautiful mother, and just a kind human being. So I learned. The value of respecting others and loving others, and passing on your musical and creative gifts to others. You know, my mother would say something like, "If God gives you a gift, you must share it with others." You know, it's almost the responsibility of the artist to really embrace, you know, everyone around them, you know, with their work, with their art, with their ideas, you know, with their passions and aspirations, you know, because it uplifts people, it brings people up, it brings up humanity, you know. And after the last year especially, we recognize how important that connection is between the musician and the audience, you know. To live for the last year and a half without that connection, without music, and the bond that it creates between the musician and the listener. I mean, it was such an absence. It was very clear, you know, feeling when it was not a part of our lives due to the pandemic. You know? I'm so thrilled now that we are able to perform again, and we're able to travel again. And music festivals are coming back, and I think we can all recognize that musical performers and also the audiences, we recognize how important this connection is. The bond is an ancient bond. You know, we've been coming together through music for thousands of generations. You know, so I'm thrilled to be able to try in my own way to continue the message of John and Alice, you know, and it's a message of love, you know, and peace, you know, and unity, you know.
And of course, you said something very important, like try on your own way, because you have your own path. You were in this amazing musical family with John and Alice Coltrane. Your name is for Ravi Shankar, which you get to play on live. And I read that you were very excited about it once you did a concert together. And you were so blessed with that, but also like trying to find your own path through the music, through the trumpets and the saxophonists and all the musicians you play all the time, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. I think it's an imperative. It's something that every artist has to strive for. You know, finding their own inner voice, finding what makes them special. We all come from, we have a beginning, and we come from, a certain direction, or a path. We have our teachers, we have our mentors, we have the musical movements that we follow, and as students, we have to try to imitate, our heroes and all the musicians that we love. But at some point we have to sort of move past that, and look for something that's more internal, something that's more personal. Sometimes that can be very difficult, very scary, very challenging. But it's the greatest pursuit in the world, to be in pursuit of your own voice, and what your message is. All of our heroes went on that same journey. John Coltrane.
Yes, and so are you. It's the same way you are doing it.